suggesting is I'm partnering with her. She's a part of my life now because I've decided that I wanted her in my business because I invited her into my business. You guys have a responsibility as a sponsor. If you invite somebody into your business, you're inviting them into your life. You're gonna spend time with them. You're gonna take trips with them. You're gonna come to events like this with them. They are a part of your world now. You don't just go invite your people, I'll show up, good girl, hope they're there, let's rock, oh, your presentation's gonna be awesome, I'll show up, we'll play in makeup. I mean, the thing is if you're doing that, your results are gonna be marginal because she doesn't know what to do when you leave her. Does she even know the first thing about what to say? She's brand new. What do you think, how many of you have a fear of the phone and feel like it weighs 200 pounds when you get ready to call? Yeah, but we're expecting a new person to go home and go do it? And then we're worried about wondering why didn't anybody show up? We are missing the boat on, we're getting in front of the people maybe, and we're getting them excited, but we are missing a disconnect right here of setting them up for success with confidence where your business can actually grow by the efforts that you did that one time. How many of you feel like you're walking around finding new people constantly all the time, but you're never really sealing the deal with them to get them in activity and build? That's what this will do for you. So, instead of that, it's gonna look like something like this, I might suggest. Is Vanessa, I'm so excited for next Tuesday night. The way that we're gonna do your business launch is we need to pick out 2 dates though, because it's really imperative that you have some time together to get traction in your business and get some momentum. So I need you to pick out 2 nights that we're gonna choose from.
Okay.
So what 2 nights are those?
Let's try for Tuesday or Thursday.
Perfect. So we're gonna try for Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay.
Now, on the calls that we're gonna make to the people that we're gonna invite, we're actually gonna do that together. Because
okay.
I know that, okay, did you see her? She goes, okay. Because I know you're brand new and you don't really know what to say. So I'm gonna walk you through what that's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Okay? So Vanessa is going to call Jillian, and all Vanessa is going to say to Jillian is what she's doing, maybe a little blurb about why she's doing it, and then she's going to say, and I've got my friend Jamie. Notice I said friend. Notice I did not say sponsor, I did not say upline, I did not say business partner. I said my friend Jamie on the phone, because Jamie is teaching me everything I need to know in order to build this business and build it the right way, because I'm still brand new. I don't know everything I need to know. So Jamie, say hi to Jillian. That's exactly what you're gonna say. So if you wanna go for that.
Okay. Hey Jillian.
How are you?
Good. So I just started this makeup business.
Oh, I forgot one thing you gotta say, sorry.
Okay.
You gotta say the reason I'm calling.
Oh, okay.
Because if you say the reason I'm calling, it makes her listen differently with a different ear, because she understands that there's a purpose to the call and she's not calling to idle chit chat, check on kids and ask about the dog and ask about vacations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
The reason I'm calling is.
Okay. So the reason I'm calling you is I started a new lipstick business, and it's called Senefest, and I have my friend Jamie on the phone right now, and she's gonna just tell you a little bit.
Excited
I'm
about
really
it.
excited about it, and she's gonna just
You don't have to tell her what I'm gonna do. Just
okay.
say, this is my friend Jamie and she's helping me. Jamie, say hi to Jillian.
Okay, so this is my friend Jamie, and she's gonna be helping me. So say, Jamie, say hi to Jillian.
And then she's going to do what?
What?
Because what does she normally want to do, because this is her friend? She wants to buffer it. She wants to make it sound good. She wants to say, oh, but just talk to her girl because it's all good. I know who she is, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't need to do take out the awkwardness. She doesn't need to do any of that. This is the thing. If you guys feel like this is awkward, I want you to answer this question. How many of you have gone to a stranger's home to do a presentation for people like Vanessa? So you've walked into their house and sat in their room and you don't even know who they are, but you won't get on the phone with somebody? So that's the thing you gotta look at, is how many times are you feeling awkward in the business that you're in already? Because you're gonna go to her home, but I'm gonna get on the phone with her friend first. Let me tell you the psychology behind this. So I'm gonna have the conversation now. Hey Jillian, I know this is so weird, somebody else just popping on the phone like this, but as Vanessa said, she's so super excited about this opportunity, and I'm so glad that she had us connect today. And the reason we are calling is because we are actually going to launch her business next week, And when I asked Vanessa to come up with a list of people that she really wanted to have there, you were definitely on the top of the list, and she wanted us to call you today and to tell you what this would mean to her. I know that Vanessa is one of your friends, and it would mean the world for her, to her, for you to come and just check out what she's doing and just see if this is something that you're interested in or something that you could support her in. But more importantly, just because you're her friend, we're going to have 2 ribbon cutting ceremonies on Tuesday and on Thursday for her new business, and we're so super excited. We've got 10 chairs reserved, and we were hoping we could put your name on one of them. And I know you're her friend and you want to be super supportive, but we just wanted to call today and just ask you for that support, just to be a friendly face in the crowd, because I'm actually going to be there doing the presentation, and I wanted to introduce myself, but also let you know that would mean the world to her. What day would work for you?
Tuesday worked for me. And I am so flattered that you thought of me.
Oh, how funny. And we did not rehearse this, as you could probably tell. So the thing is, talk about how you feel right now. Talk about the difference in the feeling of when I call and say that to you versus her calling and saying it to you.
So, words of affirmation by love language. So hearing this would mean the world to her, like, that just makes me feel like I'm an important person in her life. I'm not just a contact. I'm not just somebody she's scrolling through in her phone and picked out. I don't know.
There's a purpose for the
purpose.
call.
It makes me feel more genuine of a friend, that I'm inviting her and not just like pawning her off to somebody to sell something. Like, it seems more genuine. It makes me feel more comfortable and confident.
What did you guys hear me ask for Jillian to do? Support. Did I ask her to sell it? Did I ask her to buy it?
No.
I asked her to support her friend. Okay? What else did I tell her that would be happening? That I would be doing the presentation, so she knows what's going to happen when she shows up. A lot of the friends that your new people are calling, they don't even know what's really going to take place when they show up, so they're kind of apprehensive anyway. I want you to make the connect, though, with what happened when I asked her about how many chairs I had. Why do you think I said the chairs? What? FOMO. How about commitment? Because 2 things happened in this that are totally the psychology of selling. But 2 things happened. How much more likely is she to say no to her versus saying no to me? Who's she going to say no to? She's going to say no to her, even though she's her friend. And I know that sounds weird, but that's what happens. Because if she says no to coming and supporting her to me, a stranger, in front of her, what does she look like? Bad friend. She looks like a jerk. And you know what? She's not going to want to look like a jerk, so she's going to want to say, yes, I will come. But did you hear me give her no? All I asked for was a commitment that she would come. I didn't ask her to buy it. I didn't ask her to sell. I asked her to support. A person will never say yes to you until they know they can say no, you guys. You've got to be willing to give them that space and just be intentional with the purpose that you're asking. One thing I want you to make the connect with, actually 2 things. Jillian, now you know who I am, right? Okay, so we've talked.
Yes.
And this conversation might take in a different direction. She might actually say, well, what is this business about? I want to highly recommend that you only stay on the phone for about 2 minutes with these people, because the purpose of the demo is for her to find out what it's about. It's not for you to do a presentation over the telephone and then lose them. Okay, so 2 minutes top. But the other thing is too, who does she know is going to be there? So is it going to feel awkward when she shows up and I'm there behind the sink doing the hand shoulders or the arm demo with the body products and things like that, however y'all are doing your demos as the guests come in to get their food and their wine and all that? Is it going to be awkward that I'm there because I'm no longer the what? Stranger. I'm the person that's there to support her friend.
So nice to put a face to a name or a face to a voice on the phone.
Exactly. So what you're doing with your new distributor is you're really setting them up for success by filling the chairs. The chair is a psychology. You can say 5, you can say 7, you can say 10, you can say whatever number you want to say. The goal is for her that she knows that she's committed now, because if something does suddenly come up, which we all know it does, it's called life. If something really truly does come up, what is she going to do versus just not showing up? She's going to more than likely call. So let me give you some stats if you really want to know these numbers. I do this with new distributors. I do 25 calls with them. Each call takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes. That tells you about how long I spend on the phone with them. Normally I'm on the phone about 1.5 hours. If I'm spending an hour and a half with her, what have I just shown her as a new distributor? That I'm pouring into her, right? I'm investing in her. I am teaching her. Because guess what she's gonna do next month with her new distributors? Support them like this. She's gonna be on the phone with them, okay? Now, does third-party validation, that's been around for decades and decades and decades, but it's all about how you do it. Some of you raised your hand to feeling icky because you've had another person pop on the phone with an opportunity message, or they're talking to you about joining the company. Every single time a person has ever called me with somebody else on the phone, they've been the one talking the most, and they've also been the one talking about themselves. Let me ask you if you've ever had a call like this. Okay, and it sounds something like this. Oh my gosh, Jillian, I'm so excited to meet you. Vanessa's told me all about you, but let me tell you what this business can do for you. Senegence can give you a car. I've got my car in like 3 months. My income is out of the roof. It is so amazing. My husband and I and our kids have been on every kind of trip you could possibly be on. It actually replaced my income. I'm done with my other job, and it's, look at her, she's like, how many of you have seen or heard a call like that, where it's all just about me, 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 me? Okay. The thing is that you're not doing any of that. So if you've had a story made up in your foundation about other companies that you've actually been called from, and you've actually been on a third-party call or a third-party validation call, three-way call, whatever you guys want to call it, I want you to commit to yourself that you will get rid of that story and put a new story in place to serve you. Because what's going to happen are results that like this. After all the experience that I've had with making calls like this, out of 25 people, I will get 18 to 22 to commit to coming, and I will sign up 14 to 17 at those demos. Those are your statistics, and I know my numbers because I've done it for 12 years. I want you guys to get to where you know your numbers. So if you can't say, out of every demo, I sign up this many, out of every demo, these are my average sales, out of every demo, these are how many parties I book, then you've got to do more demos so you can get your numbers up, so you can understand what your numbers and what your ratios are. My ratios are there, you guys, because my skill set is there. Why is my skill set there? Because I've done it longer. So all I'm highly recommending that you do is put something in place where you can, something like this, where you can support her, show her what this is, cast a vision on what this business can be. Is it absolute? Is it 100%? Are you going to sign up everybody? No. But guess what's going to happen? Jillian just saw the kind of support her friend got from me. If she's the least bit curious after that demo about the opportunity that Senegence has, is she more likely or less likely to join this business based on support? More likely, right? What is one of the reasons why people won't join your business? They're afraid of what? Rejection. They're afraid of doing it by themselves. They're afraid of the lack of support or training that they may or may not have. They're afraid of whether they could actually do this. What will it look like? Will somebody be teaching me how to do it? Because I don't know anything about skincare. I don't know anything about sales. I've never sold anything. How many of you have heard stuff like that before? What you've just identified is that Jillian no longer has that objection because you just closed that chicken exit on her, because now you've shown her through partnership what it's going to look like. Now, some of you may have caught on that I said ribbon cutting ceremonies. Did anybody catch that? You know, some of you are like always emailing me going, what does that look like? You guys, it's pretty simple. It's a blue ribbon at the dollar store with a big pair of scissors. You guys, keep in mind, do you remember the Acclaim magazine that had Joni and all of the crown princesses and queens and empresses and everybody on the front with all of the crowns, and they were doing what on Groundbreaking? Wearing blue, right? I want you guys to add some emotion into these launches, because let me tell you what's going to happen for you. If you can take a picture of your new business partner with her guests behind her, and you're cutting a big blue ribbon with a big pair of scissors, and you're having fun, and you post that on Facebook, 2 messages that get sent. On her page, it looks exciting, and people are going, what are you doing, girl? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know about this. What's going on? Oh my gosh, I saw the blue ribbon cutting ceremony. Did you just open up a business? People are going to start asking you. And then guess what else is going to happen? The team that you have right now that's not really doing a whole lot, they're going to see you in doing what? Launching new people. You talked about, somebody said FOMO a while ago. That is the biggest way to make a team recognize that they need to move, or a team recognize why they joined this in the first place, that they might want to re-engage, if that is a possibility, is because they see you doing what? Engaging. They see you out building. They see you out talking to new people. They see you out celebrating. They see you out doing fun things. How many of you joined this business for fun? Woo! Absolutely, you joined it for fun. How many of you are still having fun? Okay, so the ratio needs, the ratio needs to go up a little bit on that one. So I'm going to highly recommend that the ribbon cutting ceremonies, have one for yourself. Don't wait for new launches to do it. Have one for yourself and be able to say, oh my gosh, I'm relaunching my business and I'm doing it because of this. Or I'm rebranding myself. A lot of you have been posting that on since Pitt. You're rebranding yourself. The ribbon cutting ceremonies are a great way to add the energy. So I want to ask you guys one last question. How many times do you guys have, I don't know how many minutes I've got. How much time do I got? I got 5 minutes? Oh my god, oh, that's okay. How much energy are you guys giving every single week to purposely sitting down with somebody like this and talking with them about the business opportunity that Senegence can afford them? Because one thing I want you to realize is that even though we saw an amazing demo here and Joni was talking to us about, I don't know why I'm picking this up like it's my living room or something. Whatever. It's a stage. Sorry. Anyway, is that when you sign people up at the demo, some people may want to join your business, but they may tell you customer because they have a fear in that moment. They don't know exactly what it looks like. Don't count them out, because when you follow back up with them, they may need another exposure. If you expect somebody just to sign up and join your business immediately, you're probably looking at the quadrant of a D. Would you guys say? Yeah, they make a decision quickly. I'm a D, so I made a decision quickly. But you're missing out on the other 3 quadrants if you don't give them a courtship into your business. You need to be dating people into your business. Date people into your business like you did into your life, because this is the deal. This is not a one-stop shop where they can make a decision today and then it's gone. I want you guys to court people into your business. And when you position from a place, prospect from a place of posture, and you have that confidence, and you're teaching her to have confidence because you're there to support her, what is she naturally going to do? She's going to reciprocate that to the second line, the third line. How many of you would like more duplication in your organizations? Yeah. Because we all feel like as leaders, we're the ones that's leading the first line, and then it kind of gets dwindled when it goes to second, then it's almost not existent when it gets to third and fourth. And the thing is I hear that constantly from leaders, is we want more duplication. Create a system that can be duplicated then. This system that you saw today with this can be duplicated. The thing I'm talking about today can be duplicated. You've got to create simple systems of duplication into your organization. Otherwise, you are going to be always the one as the hamster on the wheel, running around trying to find new people. I highly recommend that you put something in place where you're creating this energy, but you're also creating something that they can look forward to and that they know is stable for them and that they know that they can grow with. Tell me how you felt in that moment. Like if you were having a sponsoring interview, and you were, because sponsoring interviews are in our distributor guides. So if you're having a sponsoring interview and you're telling her about this business or vice versa, how much more valuable would it be if we were having coffee together and I was actually able to help with this situation?
I would feel so much more confident and comfortable with the whole thing and excited, less scared.
Less scared. What did we learn today is when somebody is scared and you have fear going on, how paralyzing can that be in your business? So if you're there partnering with them, they might be more free to find people to talk to. A lot of times people in your teams will tell you they don't have anybody to talk to because they're too scared to go talk to them. We are expecting people to go talk and people to go do presentations and people to be out there in front of large groups of people, and they are lacking a lot of the skill set and confidence that they need in the beginning, but they want this business. How many of you remember being that person? Maybe you still are, absolutely. So what did you feel about the third-party validation calls?
That's huge for me. It just gives me another person to hear an experience from, another person to ask questions from, and it just, I don't know. I've got 2 people who say that this is an amazing opportunity now. I'm far more likely to be interested because it's not just one person's experience. This is part of something bigger, and I don't want to miss out. I want to be part of something bigger too.
Right. And if you've ever heard somebody tell you when you're talking to them about your business, oh, I heard this for years. Oh, Jamie, you could do this because you could sell ice to an Eskimo. You're good at anything. I could never do this. Are you guys hearing those excuses? The thing is, with third-party validation sitting there next to them, they're not going to be getting that because now, like you said, you're seeing 2 people do it. So this is something that I really want you guys to grab a hold of. The last piece of this is to know your numbers, because if you're not writing down your efforts, then you are not able to measure by results. And if you can't measure by results, then your efforts are futile. So you need to make for certain that you're measuring everything. So how many calls are you making, or how many reach outs are you having? How many asks are you having? And then partner up with somebody. And keep in mind, your partner doesn't have to be your upline. The person that we call doesn't know the connection, because guess what? She called me, remember? I'm her friend. They don't know the connection. So if you're looking for somebody to do these calls with you, maybe to relaunch your business or rebuild your team, don't worry whether it's your upline or whether you live in the same town or whatever. You guys can do this anywhere, anytime, with anybody. Find a sideline and send a sister and partner up with them and help each other rebuild. Because you guys can do this. Yeah, go ahead. Physically is always better, but like the reason I said about not having to live in the same state is because if you're not, then that's the magic of iPhones and our technology now. You can just do the ad call and make it a conference. Physical is better because they see the facial expressions. And you're using this opportunity as a team building moment because I'm investing in her. Remember, we're partnering up, we're partnering. So that means that you spend some time together. So I hope that you guys found this useful. I hope that you go out and do third-party validation calls and really rock your new launches, because it really will make a difference in momentum. Thanks, guys.